So part of my new diet, not carnivore, is 3 Brazil nuts a day. Anybody had those before? Kind of like a big almond. They don't really have much flavor. I don't know why 3, but that is my part of my new diet. I was actually just thinking to myself, why do I take those Brazil nuts? I can't remember all the things that the doctor told me. That light is really bad. But one thing that I will share with you guys is that a lot of you know that I've had autoimmune issues, autoimmune disease for a couple years now, and it's been a journey on trying to figure out what is wrong with Danielle. I've seen every form of doctor. I've made progress in certain things, but mostly as a form of like a Band-Aid in a sense, certain medications and this and that. And I will tell you that I got to the point where I'm just like, okay, I can't maintain this the rest of my life. Like, I've got to get down to the root of like, what is really the problem here? So for a while, what I've been working with my other doctors, and from endocrine to neurology and heart doctor, cardiology, like all the doctors. And I don't have anything like negative to say about the doctors that I have seen in the past, because I really do like the doctors that I have. However, I've never gotten an answer, and I just feel like the title of like autoimmune disease is like this: we don't know what's wrong with you, so we're just going to classify it as this. You've got these indications, this, but nothing really says like this is the problem. So I got tired of just not knowing what the problem is, and you know, life takes over, and you know, I'm feeling fine, and then I'll have flare-ups. I'm feeling fine, I have flare-ups. So I'm like, this year, 2025, my goal is the health and figuring out the root cause of all the issues. So what I was going to say is, if you, there's a lot of you who experience a lot of things that I've kind of shared about or you've seen on the show, and I don't really talk about it too much here on Instagram. And I don't talk about it much when everybody asks, like, what's the problem? What have you done? What have you helped? Because I haven't had enough information all these years to even try to get myself to understand and how to share with you what I've done, what is helping, it's just been a struggle. And so I feel dumb. I feel like I don't even know what's going on wrong with me. I can't explain it. No doctor's helping me. So for a while, I've just been like, you know, just mad, frustrated, and like, I don't know what to do. And I don't know how to help share and help you, because I can't even help myself. So let's just preface that. But what I will say is I got to the point where I was like, there's got to be another source of trying to discover what's wrong with my body, because after you start having these like effects and changes within your body and your mentality and like everything and pain, like all of it, the number one thing people would say is, you're just stressed, you're stressed. I'm like, I'm not freaking stressed. If you tell me to stress, like lower your stress and don't get stressed out, I'm like, I'm about to punch you in the face, because my level of stress is okay, and it's just always here. So I started to get really frustrated, and I'm like, yes, I live a stressful life, but that is not the main problem, okay? Something is going on, and I need someone to tell me how to fix it. But I will say what I had done was, this year's the goal is to work on my health and like really dig down to that. So how was I going to do that? Number one thing I did was find a new type of doctor, meaning new type of doctor. And I'm like thinking to myself, what kind of doctor have I not seen? Like literally in the last 3 to 4 years, I've seen every specialist of a doctor from everything. And I have not had bad experiences at all, but I've just never have had answers. And I don't feel like they've all been kind of aligned within each other, which making it then very hard to kind of like maintain everything, okay? And I don't want to take medication the rest of my life. I don't want to be on steroids. I don't want to like gain weight and then lose weight and like all these things, okay? So I decided the only type of doctor that I've never seen is a functional medicine doctor and like homeopathic doctor. And I'm telling you, if you are somebody who has had any of these issues like I have had and have talked about in the past before, stop what you're doing and listen right here. Go see a functional medical doctor, okay? Because this has been life-changing for me. So there are a lot of things that I can break down and talk about, and this is what I plan to do like on the podcast so it can be continuously heard. But one thing that I'll say is that this doctor can literally take and break down, if I were to explain this as like every specialty of doctors that I've seen, put this in one doctor, but yet understands the whole complete body and trying to really understand the nervous system to the GI system to your endocrine system to your thought, like all of it. And it's like all in one place. And I just feel like it's been an answered prayer to have found this new doctor. And when she said she wanted to run this whole panel of blood work, I was like, there ain't no amount of blood work that you're going to do that I've never done yet. And believe it or not, there was. So I typically, and I would say a lot of us probably can relate, get a lot of like anxiety or frustrations with going and seeing a new doctor. And it's like, oh Lord, I got to give all the history. I got to talk about all my issues, all my problems. I'm that mom who had quints and my body has been affected after that. And this is what happened. And this is how I feel. And it's like drama. It's like 2 hours of just talking about Danielle's physical and mental drama health. It's exhausting, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And it's going to be a long process to really get through the healing of it. But if you have had some issues like I've had in autoimmune disease, I would just really highly recommend that you go find a functional medicine doctor. Do reviews, ask around, and hopefully this can bring you some insight into what your body is dealing with. And another tip I have for you, okay, this might sound a little weird, but I really do believe this because I've been told this so many times and it frustrates me, but the normal is not everyone's normal. Okay, so that's my tip number 2. Don't accept the normal as being your normal. My body is unlike anyone else's who's experienced the trauma and the things that I have gone through. And therefore, my body is suffering and different than the normal. So the normal person who's tired, the normal person who has pain here, the normal person who has stomach issues, the normal person who has, numbness and tingling, the normal, like all that. Your blood work's normal. Your blood work's normal. Well, this doesn't mean anything, okay? So don't accept the normal as normal. And a functional medicine doctor can really help break down these normals and really understand you. And that's what we need, guys. So tip number 2. But Gus is literally whining because he wants some water. And he knows I always keep a cup around and put water in it for him when I get in the bathtub, and that's what he's doing. Gus, are you thirsty? You thirsty, Baba? Anyways, guess I'll go get the dog some water. I call it the princess water. You want your princess water? Let's go get it. Come on, Gussie.